R.E.Fort, and welcome back to my podcast and this episode of my Feature Tracks playlist, June 2024. With summer on its way, I thought we needed a cool mix of tunes to help us enjoy those long, hot days of summer. So, in this post, we have Your Kiss, Run With Me, For All the Good Times, Why Don't You Just Let Us Play, and Why Do I Keep Running Back to You? As always, you can find links to this playlist for YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, and Amazon Music in this post and on my website at R.E.Fort.co/playlist. Let's get to the playlist. Starting out the playlist is Your Kiss from my 2016 CD, I'm Gonna Let It Ride. Your Kiss is a big, smooth jazz track with a great sound. I love the drum programming, rhythm guitar, and bass guitar work I did on this track. In this one, I added a lot to the sound canvas with strings, horns, a counter melody, and a killer guitar solo at the end of the track. I'm playing my Fender Stratocaster for all guitar work on this track. Let's give Your Kiss a listen. Next up is Run With Me from my 2020 CD, Living in Strange Times. This track is a conversation between the guitar and the grand piano. On this one, I'm playing my Fender acoustic electric guitar for the chords, melody, and believe it or not, that solo too. On the keyboard side, I'm using a grand piano sound for the melody and the solo, and a Fender Rhodes electric piano sound for the chords. This is such a cool, fun track. Let's give Run With Me a listen. Next up is For All the Good Times from my 2022 CD, Told Ya. As you may have guessed, I really like songs that are a conversation between the instruments. In this track, that conversation is between the grand piano and the Gibson SG. The foundation of this track is the rhythm section, the drum programming, bass guitar work, which I was really having a blast playing, my Fender acoustic electric, and the Rhodes electric piano sound for the chords. The Gibson sounds so good up against that grand piano. Let's give For All the Good Times a listen. Next up is Why Don't You Just Let Us Play from my 2023 release, Life on the Other Side. On this track, I was going for a big, hot rock fusion track. I love that opening bass guitar line on this track and the killer solo later on in the track. When I was writing this track, I heard in my head, man, why don't you just let us play? And so it was named. This track has that cool feeling of a tight band on stage just laying it down. Let's give Why Don't You Just Let Us Play a listen. last song on this month's playlist is a great blues track, Why Do I Keep Running Back to You, from my 2019 CD, Smooth As I Want to Be. This is an up-tempo, in-your-face blues track. When my brother Keith heard the rough draft, he suggested I had a Hammond organ sound. As you can tell, I fell in love with how it sounds up against my Fender Stratocaster on the melody and the solo for this track. I really like the bass guitar work and the drum programming on this track too. Let's give Why Do I Keep Running Back to You a listen. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode and get a chance to listen to the full playlist on either YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, and Amazon Music sites. Remember, you can find links to this playlist and those sites in this post and on my website at refort.co/playlist. The song opening and closing this podcast is the track name So Cool from my CD 10. Thanks for listening, and as always, without music, life has no soul. Thanks.